To you?
Yeah.
Great. So, so we are into session number 6, and today we are going to talk about internal reports that we uses here. Some of the sheets, a spreadsheet that we uses internally in PPC team to maintain the workflow, to maintain the various number of accounts, their budget, their approved working hours in a given month, those kind of details, plus sheet that we uses to report client numbers every month that we're going to see. Also, we'll take a look into Spain pacing spreadsheet, and apart from a spreadsheet, we'll also look into a couple of documents, important documents that we uses here. Some of them I think you are already familiar with, so should not take much time. Before we proceed on these two sheets and documents, just wanted to ask, do you have any questions so far with previous sessions or with anything?
No, everything all right, man.
Okay, great. All right, so let's start with the number one important spreadsheet, very important that you will open every day is the PPC Central Dashboard. We call it PPC Central Dashboard. Have you ever seen this spreadsheet? With
I have.
okay, good. So basically, this spreadsheet outlines client details, which is most important for PPC team. That is, you're going to see a couple of tabs. So very first tab talks about PPC clients, and you're going to see under account name, we will see the client name, what type of client that is, what vertical that clients belong to. Then is the client new or old? New or old means any client that we recently hired and we are going through setup phase, it will be treated as a new client.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, any client which has completed setup work and now we are actually monitoring and managing his campaigns is often known as old clients. So in column E, then you're going to find out a name of PPC analyst who is taking care of a particular account. So you can see here Gonzalo Diksha surveys different team members whom I have assigned an account to. Remember, we actually assign one team member to one account for greater control and authority as well as accountability. So that's why you will going to see only one PPC analyst name into one account. Great. Now that actually talks about basic details of a client. Then the column G to K talks about their budget and the platform they have subscribed here in the city in PPC. So you can see most of clients actually do AdWords. So their monthly approved budget you're going to find out here. Bing Ads budget. Few of our clients are also doing Bing advertising along with AdWords, is what you can see. So separate AdWords budget has been mentioned here. While some of clients are doing Facebook as well, either doing Facebook along with AdWords and or Bing Ads, or some clients are just doing standalone Facebook. For example, this $1 billion grows just doing Facebook.
Mhm.
And ad roll in LinkedIn. I don't think there is any client as of now which is doing ad roll or LinkedIn. But if they would be, we would actually note down their budget here.
All right.
Now from column L, we actually note down the fee, the revenue, the fee we are billing uh, as a management fee for city. So again, few columns, two columns, one enters setup fee and second enters management fee. Now setup fee is when we sign up a new client, typically we ask our client to pay one time setup fee, and that setup fee is for doing setup related work, like conversion pixel implementation, feed setup, uh, then keyword research, ad grouping, ad citing, banner designing, all the campaign setup, one-time fee we charge. And once campaigns are launched, then management phase starts. So once an account enters into management phase, obviously you will not find setup fee for that account. You're only going to find out monthly management fee. All of this information comes from accounting department every month. I update it once I get this fee related information from clients. And if you remember, in our yesterday's sessions in PPC KPI assessment, we talked about objective KPI and then X and Y, where X was total revenue rating and Y was retention rate, right?
Yeah.
So that X, that total revenue rating is nothing but sum of these L, sum of this fee that you are managing. So if I scroll down and go to the bottom, here you will going to find out a clear breakdown on who is assigned PPC analyst, how many accounts that analyst is managing, how many were new accounts, how many were 12, and what is total revenue that person is managing. So
Mm-hmm.
this revenue is nothing but fee, coalition fee. So that actually outlines fee we are billing. It's also important to know how much we are billing for that client, because that will help you figure out how many hours you need to work in a given month on an account. So
Yeah.
since our hourly rate is $90 per hour is official hourly rate for client billing, for client invoices, any fee that a client is paying will divide by 90 to come up with budgeted hours or official hours that you should work in a given month on a given account. Now remember, this is actually official hours. That means this is what client is paying us for. Now that doesn't mean that you only need to work until 6 hours. You can sometimes go above. You can work up to twice number of hours in a given account in a month.
Okay.
Perfect. Next section, then more deeper level details you're going to find, like what platform a client is using, a client's website is using, what is client's scale. Now this scale is based on client's AdWords budget or PPC budget. Any client which is actually spending like less than 3,000 or $2,000, $3,000, I guess belongs to small size scale. Any client spending below 5,000 but over 3,000 belongs to medium size. Any client spending like 5,000 to 8,000 belongs to large, and any client that is spending over 10,000 is a large scale client.
Okay.
Great. Kickoff call date. This is nothing but a project kickoff. We note down when a kickoff call has happened, the date for that, and the very next column is a work start date column. And it's nothing but typically when we begin working on an account. Most of the time, it is exactly the date when kickoff happened. You can notice that it's the same date. However, some clients who would kick off with us and who are designing website with us, obviously we cannot start PPC work on the date of kickoff, because our designing team will design the website, and once the website will arrive, then we will going to start PPC work. So in those instances, PPC work start date might be different.
Mm-hmm.
Column U talks about tenure, client tenure, and it says that how many months a client has completed with us. And now this information gives us a very good picture on if a client has completed like 3 months, then obviously, we need to look for results now. If a client has completed just 1 month, then, it indicates that it's in a setup phase. So client tenure is also very important here. Billing status, this is actually not for you. This is only for my reference purpose. So you can just skip this. I don't think we need to talk about because I often note down if we have received billing for a particular client or not.
All right.
Great. So this PPC clients tab in PPC Central Dashboard, most a lot of time you'll open it and see it to check details because over time I expect each PPC team member actually manage you know at least 10 accounts, 9 to 10 accounts. More importantly, they at least manage $13,000 CT revenue in order to hit outstanding revenue rating, which is kind of 30% of your objective KPI assessment each month. So when you will have multiple clients, you will actually want this spreadsheet to quickly check what is my account, what type it is, what is its budget. Until you get used to that client, you will find this spreadsheet pretty interesting. Great. Now, a couple of colors here. So indication has been mentioned at the bottom what each color means to. So you can also check that. I would recommend you to actually go through this. It's a fairly easy. It's just a tracking spreadsheet. In other words, we use it to track it. You will also going to find out comments like that, and those comments actually belong to specific cases like Kabua travel. This note you're going to find for some clients. There's a special note like what we need to focus on. Like for Jordan, the PPC project is initially intended to be keyword research, some sort of special instructions. In other words, you're going to see as a comment. Any question?
For the clients that have just one-time fee, do we manage the accounts as well?
Yes, we do. Once you complete the setup, this will change to, this will be zero, for example, and management fee will be entered here, the subsequent month.
Okay. Okay, I get it now.
The spreadsheet gets updated every month.
Mm-hmm.
So when a client moves from setup to management, obviously, we will bill him management fee. So that management fee will be updated and setup fee will be zero.
Okay, got it.
Great. So that actually PPC Central Dashboard, very important tab PPC clients. I can also talk about Spain pacing because it has been also listed as an important spreadsheet. Any idea what this spreadsheet is all about? Spain pacing? Any guesses by reading its
The,
name?
about the budget?
Yeah, it's a budget against Spain.
Uh-huh.
Each client gives us a budget, like $1,000 per month, for example, and we are always expected to spend up to 1,000. We are never expected to overspend. And with in a PPC accounts, often if you do not have a control, you may easily spend more than you are approved for. So it's very crucial for us to monitor our spend and ensure that we do not overspend, nor we do underspend unnecessarily. Like if your campaign is doing really well and you have sure shot of very good opportunities to increase your spend, then you should actually also not find underspend situation. But that doesn't mean that you have got left budget, your performance is not good, and you will still spend more. No, that would be a logical decision. We should never spend unnecessarily. That's why anything that says green here says that you are not overspending. Even though you might be underspending on certain account like Closet Candy, they have a $10,000 budget. So far in AdWords, we have spent only 2,692, so we have got $7,000 left. This is a situation of underspend. But the reason this is in a green sale is because it's okay. Underspend is not a concern. You may probably want to still spend more if your performance is going well and you can spend, but this is not a concern. This is definitely a concern. This means Chic Studio, whose budget is $2,500, so far you have spent 1,738. Now, so far, only 18 days, 17 days are passed. Still 13 days left, right? Or
Mhm.
not 30, I think 11 days left because of February 28.
Mhm.
So this green color is indicating that this account is going little bit under overspend. If you don't control it, this account will likely going to overspend than your budget by the time you hit 20th of the February. So that's a kind of like little light red, but if you see a very dark gray, that means you have already overspent, and that's a huge concern. Normally, if your account has overspent, then the approved budget in a month, that means it's a huge problem. If a client has given $1,000, we always need to spend it throughout the month wisely. It should not be the case like you would going to spend 10,000 in 20 days of February month, in 10 days your ads will be stopped. No, we need to avoid that situation. You should allocate your budget, for example, $1,000 in such a way that you actually spend it wisely while your ads run until 20th of February. Make sense?
Yeah.
So this spreadsheet gets updated, I think twice in a week. I update it. This is heavily built using formula. I have built it in order to keep a track of performance. I mean, keep a track of spend versus budget. So you'll see AdWords Spain. This column is very important. Anything that is showing in red, that means you should actually monitor your campaigns and maybe you need to adjust your spend. This column talks about Bing ads, you can read, and this column talks about Facebook. So budget versus spend for all the platform. Any question?
And what happens when we get to a new month? Let's say we get to March. What happens with this shit?
Actually, I update it twice in a week. The new raw reports will come here. The date will be changed. So suppose if we are into fourth month, Monday, 4th
Mhm.
of March, and we need to update this report. So I'll actually pull the raw reports from the date 1 to 3, and I'll change the date here. I'll change it to 1,
Mhm.
and I'll make it the last day of a month, 31. And I'll also update how many days are there in a month. I think
Mhm.
31.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
spreadsheet will automatically change this. That's the best part. It will
Yeah.
automatically show you whether an account is actually underspending or spending.
Mhm. All right.
Yeah, you can see this last time it was updated was on 18th.
Mhm.
So each time I would update it, I'll always take yesterday's date as a today's date, because
Yeah.
until yesterday we will have 100% data.
Yeah.
So you can see 17 today's date, last date of February month is 28, and total days in February is 28, and rest of the job is being done by formulas. This is what you can see the formula. Do you know Excel, Google Sheet formulas?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you will utilize this spreadsheet to ensure that you actually do good job with the campaign budget management. and you ensure that none campaign actually overspend. Uh, if it is going in that direction, perhaps that's an alert for you. You should probably either adjust or turn off poor performers to save the money.
Okay, so that is the sheet we should check every, I think, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the over or under spent.
Correct.
Okay,
Absolutely. Every
all right.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Under automatic check-ins, you can also check under our Planet-based PPC team thread.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
This will pop up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
mm-hmm.
And as soon as I'll update this spreadsheet, I'll post this as an update.
All right.
But you can also bookmark it somewhere in your browser. Because you're going to open it multiple time in a day, every
Yeah.
day. So that's a Spain phishing sheet. Both of these sheet are a single spreadsheet but different date. But it's good to have both together. Last step actually notes down documents, but these documents you can open. These are actually just the link, the documents that we use every day. Again, a handy tip for you. You can open these links anytime when you want.
Okay.
Great. So that's internal tracking. But what about client data reporting? Like we have 90 projects. Few projects are on AdWords. Few projects are on Bing Ads. Few are on Facebook. How do we report their data each month and check their performance? So that actually pushes me to open Coalition Master Spreadsheet, which is nothing but a complete dashboard that actually houses client specific numbers. That is, each month we actually create a new tab like this. You can see here, this one is for last month. Each month, we actually create a new tab and report client performance number for the concluded month.
Mm-hmm.
And this master sheet is having a lot of great tabs which are formula built, and these tabs automatically shows a lot of insights. Insights like what are client results averages, what are graph will show you how we are progressing year over year in terms of client growth, their performance, industry benchmark, top spending clients, a quick view on top spending clients, wins. Even though this is, I still need to keep up to date because this is actually lacking a couple of details. But this contains a lot of interesting data insights that you can check anytime you want. Generally, Coalition Master Sheet is for sales team. It's not for us. It's for actually sales team. The sales team utilizes these informations to better pitch our leads, new prospects, in order to sign them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just for your information, I updated this spreadsheet has been prepared by me from the start. I think in the year 2014, 14, 15, I prepared it, and every month I'm updating it. So it's a kind of like a mirror of coalition's PPC data or account performance.
Mm-hmm.
So you can again open it and go through it later. It's not important. It's not kind of like priority for you because you will not regularly use it. But you can still open it and see how we have grown and a lot of other insights.
Okay.
Great. One is coalition master sheet and other is master sheet slash AdWords versus other paid advertising platform. But we don't need to open it because everything is available here. If you want to see AdWords versus how we are doing in other platform like Bing, then you just need to go under month, specific month tab, scroll down at the bottom, and you can see how much we have spent on AdWords, how much we have spent on a Bing ads, how how much we have spent on Facebook. Just wait a second, this number will pop up shortly.
Mhm.
Or you can see here in December month. There we go. In a given month, how much we have, look at that, in AdWords we have spent 430k, 430, sorry, 432k or 432k thousands. 83% of our spend was on AdWords, only 3% was on a Bing, 13% was on a Facebook. So it's a kind of like, platform specific data.
Okay.
Great, so that actually concludes our spreadsheet. Now I'm taking you to the documents, some of the important documents that might help you. And I think, as I said earlier, you are familiar with some of them, especially this one. You already seen these Basecamp tasks in Coalition PPC workflow guide, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
These are nothing but this document actually outlines all of the Basecamp to-dos that you see typically in Basecamp project. So in case if you don't find an intended Basecamp task in a project and you don't know, how to work on a specific task, you can always come here and can open any of the tasks. Like for example, AdWords dynamic searches, you don't know what to do. You can open simply this document. Click on this, it will open another document, and it contains some instructions, some guidelines on how you can set up a really an ideal dynamic search ad campaign.
Mhm.
So this is how you can utilize it on need basis. Again, this is available into Coalition PPC Central dashboard as well. If
Mhm.
you go to important documents, third tab, so you're going to find out these right here, important documents,
Mhm.
and under internal documents you can see here this one. It's the same
Mhm.
thing.
All right.
Additionally, you can also find out it under our team project, Planet's best PPC team, then docs and files. All the same, not just docs, but the spreadsheet are also available here. These are for PPC team. These are for us. You will probably use them time to time, so you can also find out from here. So then one is a PPC checklist, a very important document for team members who probably obviously quality check is pretty crucial in any project. If you are not queuing or self queuing your own work, you may end up making mistakes. And a lot of time for new PPC team members who haven't who do not have a huge amount of experience or who do not have worked big in the past, this checklist actually helps them really make their campaign according to best practices. So I would also recommend you to utilize this one in all PPC checklist. Even like it outlines what happens in pre-kickoff call, what you should check yourself when you participate into pre-kickoff call, what you should check yourself when you participate into kickoff. Then inside even account setup, what are the questions that needs to be asked yourself. Uh, in a short, this is a quality assurance checklist that will always going to help you ensure that you follow the best practices.
All right.
Again, you can find it into Coalition PPC dashboard or docs and file section of this Piskin project. Awesome. So the last document left is PPC team meeting notes, and this is actually for our team meetings. So it's nothing but a
All right.
PPC team meeting notes. We write down notes here time to time when we do
Mhm.
our meetings. Apart from these docs, we may probably have more docs, uh, and you have Google Drive, so you can utilize search box and find out any doc that you want. Other docs you can find out here as well, like manual, CT manual, data research. There are endless amount of docs. Every day we generate a lot of docs we utilize. I have only outlined some of the important documents here, but expect that you may probably see more docs as you work along here.
Okay.
Great. So that actually wraps our session number 6, which were on internal reports and documents. Do you have any question?
No.
Good. So now we are done with 6 sessions. We will be just doing last session tomorrow, where
Mm-hmm.
we'll be actually it's not last session. No, yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
last session. It's last session. We'll be wrapping up with special rewards that coalition uses here to reward its employee. We'll then recap a little bit about all of our past sessions, and then we will decide our next action items.
All right.
All right. Until then, you can keep working on the assignment that you have in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Yarik. Then thank you so much for joining today.
Thank you, Chuck.
Have a good day.
Same to you.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.